The what? They're huge. Oh, this one that comes across there? But that's really fine. Oh, there's some little, how they trimmed those little shelves out.
Well, what I'm saying, see how this comes here, and then these are the smaller. This is all. I think I could ask him if he'd mind if I drove his pickup alongside of it, so I'd be higher to stand up there and get a picture of it higher up.
Tell him, ask him if he just...
Can I go in closer and get a picture?
Look at the breaks in the archway here. Not individual stone.
I cannot ever remember how it started from
Slide where my brother Alvin lives down Millbury. He said I turned that for Dad many a times. See, he started that in about 27. And I was born in 25, so I didn't get in on too much yet. He finished the Capitol building in 33.
In Russell.
Yeah.
In Russell.
That's one in Russell.
Well, I'm thinking that is the one right there beside the current jail now. Is that the one, or am I thinking the right building?
In the jail, it's in one of those rooms.
Oh, that it's a small.
Yeah. Do you have a heritage book?
No.
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 Okay, I'll get our heritage book. The Washington Monument.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gosh, we haven't been every place, have we?
Nope. Let me zero in on that. And what do you know? I mean, when did he start working on that? And
he started in about 27 because he finished it in 33.
Mm-hmm. And what formal training? I mean, did he? Oh, it was. I know it. They're beautiful.
See, the house was rock too.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yes.
But then it
So there's a picture
fell
in here,
apart.
too. This here's our Siamese cat.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the clothes bag.
Yeah.
Clothespin bag.
Mm-hmm.
She's a small one.
Cute.
I don't know why they didn't have everybody in this book. I mean,
Well, would he have had the skills before? Did he come over here originally from Germany or Russia?
yeah, he was 6 years old.
6 years old.
Yeah.
So he did not learn it in
No.
Germany.
No, he.
So would his father have? I mean, somehow
No.
he had to learn.
Well, this father, when they came over, they had a sod house, and then they built a rock house out of that. See, that's soft limestone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 4-inch.
Okay.
And the corners, that's that stone post rock.
Right.
And the soft limestone, they just quarried that down here in the pasture.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's held up all these years.
Yeah.
When would these outer buildings have gone up? I mean,
That I
about
don't know. The only
before the turn of the century.
I don't think so. My grandpa bought this ground in 96 or 98, and gave it to my dad then. And whether, we don't know whether the house was here already or not. According to what Mother said, it must have been here.
Mm-hmm. But how did I mean, now that is fine-tuned work on that capital. How did your dad acquire, I mean, you just can't say one day, yeah, I'm going to start in on a project like this. I mean,
Yeah.
how,
All you went by was he had a picture out of a magazine, I guess.
is that right?
So he did teach himself how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is absolutely wonderful.
That's what determination does for you.
Right.
Do you have the same photo that's in this book? I mean, the one of him standing there beside that?
I don't know whether we have that or whether my brother Alvin has it. I'm not sure.
Would you consider we would pay for you to have a copy of that. What we're having is a series of notebooks that kind of document all this carved work. And that would just be a wonderful, I mean, that's beyond imagination, him doing that.
This used to be our women's groups in the United Emmanuel down here.
Mm-hmm.
And now we probably have about this many.
Yeah.
That's typical. The younger women are all
Right.
working or doing something else.
Right. There's a picture of our rock house in here someplace too.
Well, how many were in your family? As far as...
There's six boys and 2 girls. One brother died. He drowned in a stock tank at 2 years old.
Would you mind repeating again what he used on those decorative ones down there? I didn't have a camera on when you were talking about that.
Handsaw, and he made rasps out of fork teeth, so he could fine enough to make the little points like that Capitol building in there. There's some fine corners, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And then you had a lathe that you turned by hand that he
made him a lathe, yeah.
Okay.
But would he have gone out and done any work for anybody else in the stone? I mean,
well, in his younger days, I suppose they did.
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, in those days, people worked together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Did he pass any, I mean, do you remember him, were you old enough to remember him working on that Capitol?
Yeah.
That would have been in his later years?
Yeah, in his later years, in his latter 50s, early 60s, he passed away. It would have been 66 years old. June 17th, he passed away the 10th.
So in his 50s and 60s?
Well, I'd say about 60.
And would that have been a wintertime job, or
yes.
Once he got started, would it have been?
Yes, it's a wintertime job.
Wintertime.
Mother he'd have a rug laid down, and he'd work on it, and then, of course, he had to clean up the dust.
But this was inside. Well, you couldn't.
In the wintertime,
yeah. You'd have to.
Kitchen.
That's true. Well,
was Smoky Hill River Bridge 8 miles south of Russell.
Mm-hmm.
And that ought to be replaced now again. It's too narrow, and it's a hazard for, you know, the truckers.
Yeah.
Well, did you, we noticed.
Here it is. No, it isn't.
It's
kind of dark, but
it's the old tin 1900.
It was built in a few years before 1900, because Dad married a stencil woman in '98, so it had to be built in the latter 1890s.
Mm-hmm.
And did that sit about where your house is here now?
Right. The northeast corner is the same northeast corner here.
Oh, for goodness sake.
We tore it down in 1970 and saved all the lumber we could, except the ceiling boards. The ceiling boards were only 3/8 of an inch. So, but the county hauled the rock off for us.
Oh, really?
So we started doing that. The windows weren't the standard size. They was kind of handmade because they had to fit right into this rock. So they were bad, and it would cost as much as to remodel as to build this from scratch.
Yeah, those old houses.
Well,
major job.
See, we remodeled Harlan Radke's house down there across from the shop. And that was 26 feet wide, and hit how long. But he was down in Fort Hood at the time. He was National Guard.
I was down there too.
Okay. He was down there with him, and his dad had this remodel the house because he would come back to live in it. We had everything tore out on the inside. It was 9-foot ceilings. Everything tore off on the inside, took the siding off. All there was the 2x4s and the shiplap.
Oh my God!
And I told young Miller that he's the partner. I said, you know, it's just as well to take it all the way down. And then he said, you have to talk to Herman. So I talked to my brother-in-law. I said, you know, Herman, I said, we've got just a shell left over. He said, we just as well take it all the way down and start from scratch. You know, because we had to dig underneath to make a crawl space to get the toilets to and stuff like that. And no, the shingles are too good yet. Lo and behold, 2 weeks later we shingled it.
Oh God!
Somebody talked him into shingling. He spent $16,000 to remodel that. Ed Brown at Victoria Lumber was going to build him a brand new, all new lumber for $16,000. Turnkey job. Turned it down.
Yeah, I suppose he thought that was going to be cheaper, but by the time you get done, it's not.
No. Well, the thing of it is, your room sizes. See, you can't size your rooms any different. You can't make any different walls. And it's so good. This here, without mine and the missus' labor, we spend $16,000. But the kitchen was done and everything, $16,000.
All right. Gosh, you can hardly build a garage for that anymore.
Yeah, right.
Victor, before I shut off the camera here, do you want to identify who you are and then who your dad was?
I'm Victor Dumler,
Okay.
and my dad was George R. Dumler.
Okay.
He passed away in 1938.
All right. And he's the one who accomplished the decorative work on these buildings on your homestead here. And do you want to kind of tell where you're located at?
We're
like
in the southwest corner of the county, almost at section 28, and we're 4 miles west of Mailburger.
Okay. All right.